Alright. So this is a little game. I don't remember if it was like very cheap or free, but I picked it up to race with a friend and we never got around to it. So I'm just gonna play it. It's one of them Bennett Foddy type games. But it's an adorable goat bouncing on a thing. And it's just going to show us the whole game right away, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's the whole game. Wait a minute. I can't... Oh, that's not good. My thumbsticks seem to be reversed in this game. No, my left thumbstick isn't zooming in the camera, so it's just registering my right stick as a left stick. I think we can fix that. Okay, that seems to be working. So you tilt the goat, and then the goat bounces on his own. And you have very minimal air control. Also, the default Steam configuration is completely incorrect. It just doesn't actually work that way. I've never played a rage game like this on stream, so I hope this one's not too bad. I don't tend to like games like this because they're usually kind of minimally designed. They're usually just thrown together. This one seems like it's got some thought put in the layout so far. And, you know, it's a bouncy goat. What's not to like? Yeah, I actually have getting over it because I was... Same friend, I was intending to race that with him, too. For our first playthroughs, but... You know, if we ever got around to that... Oh well, we'll have to pick something else now because I'm playing this. It's been in my library for too long. It's very intuitive to control, surprisingly. Stop. The first bounce once you hit solid ground again is very weak. Aww. Oh my, we're in a crevice of some sort. that took us really far back. Makes sense. But yeah, I get that thing where if the game controls are too fiddly, it makes my hands start to like scrunch up. And like when you're trying to thread a needle and it like won't go, that kind of feeling. I get that really bad in games that are made like this. So I don't typically play them because it's extra frustrating. Whoops. When your hands won't cooperate on top of them like kind of hurting. It's not a good feeling. It's not usually fun, so I don't think I'll beat this, probably. But it'll be a fun little thing to mess around with for a while. Hit. Ow. No. Just when you get some good momentum. Zoom out. Oh, you can zoom out quite a bit. I should be playing like this. Oh. I think it might be better to try and go left. Oop, I got stuck. Goat too big. Goat too big for crevasse. Ugh. Do we keep going left, or do we go up now? I like that there are multiple paths to choose from. You don't usually see that in these games. It always feels like the people who make games like this are a little like too proud of their creation. And they always like want you to experience all of their trolls before you progress. So multiple paths is not usually a trademark of this kind of game. Okay, I gotta see if the mushroom has like different physics or something. That's too... No, not really. It just reacts to you bouncing on it. Whoop. 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 Oh, actually, I think it might. It might be a little hard to not bounce far to one side. Hup. Yeah. No. Uh-oh. Oh, I see the problem. You don't land on the you don't land back on the mushrooms if you slide down. Please. Please. Because they're a raised platform. I bet if I go in that water, I go back to the beginning. I bet there's like a hidden path down there that just shoots you all the way back down to the bottom. Let's go this way. This way seems better. time to tilt back to neutral when you're jumping up to platforms. You gotta do it way earlier than you think. And that doesn't work. You can't just go all in one shot. You do have to stop and like edge closer. Yeah. Yeah. Dang it. At least it's not that Sisyphus game that got popular for like 5 minutes on the internet. That game looked like tragic to be popular. Like, I actually can't believe some of the games that get popular. That game didn't look fun. It just, like, maybe if you want to just, like, sit and talk while slowly pushing a boulder up, and then doing it again because the game trolls you with its layouts. Like, it just doesn't seem as interactive as something like this, you know? And I guess maybe that's the point, but I don't get it. And, you know, Only Up, which had weirdly good graphics in some places, but otherwise looked like hot garbage to actually play. Like, I don't even want to hear about Only Up. The thing about those games is they always, like... Uh-oh. They always get popular for a minute. Stop reading my mouse inputs. What do you mean I'm not stuck? I'm very much stuck. I don't know why it won't let me select options with my controller anymore. Oh no. The I'm stuck feature doesn't work. Okay. It tries a different tactic if you have to do it again. Don't tell me when I'm stuck. That's what the button's for. The game's not supposed to detect when I'm stuck. That's why it's got an I'm stuck button. How dare you. Aw, man. But yeah, I really don't get how stuff like that gets so popular. And what exactly is the appeal of Only Up? Is it just the same as those... When it's like a mobile game, and... it's like a fake mobile game, and they've got an ad for it, and it's like, this idiot couldn't figure out the thing. Want to try it yourself? And it's like, I can figure that out. That guy's an idiot. So you click the ad. So they're trying to get you to click the ad and be like, that guy was dumb, I'll figure that out, that's not a real puzzle. And then it's not even that game. And then somebody made a game that's a compilation of those games from those ads. Just to get extra meta about it. Made those games from those ads and just put it on Steam. Like, I guess that might be the effect that we're getting with games like Only Up. It's like, nah, I'd be able to do that if I played it, and then people buy it and it just sucks. At least Bennett Foddy had some, like, stuff to say. That was kind of interesting during his game. And, like, you know, like, all the jank was kind of the point. He just threw it together and he's like, I just used these assets and here they are. I just used the shapes I wanted, and it doesn't really matter if they fit together. Really don't think I want to end up in that river. How the heck did that happen? I must have bonked my head. Oh, okay. It doesn't take you back to the beginning. It just takes you here. It looks from this angle like it's just like empty space underneath. So it's gonna like rush you under the mountain and take you back down. Come on. But, you know. At least this one's either cheap or free, I don't remember. And it's pretty cute. Playing a lot of cute games today, it seems. Left paths have seemed to be working out for me better. Oop. So let's stick to the left for now. Yeah, the controls are pretty intuitive on this. It's just, it doesn't control the way it looks like it controls. Because what's happening is I'm tilting the left stick, and tilting the left stick is micro-adjusting how far and what direction the goat's tilted in. And then once you bounce, you lose control over, like, anything after that. He just bounces in the direction he's bouncing. And then you can tilt in midair to prepare your next bounce. But it takes some time to actually tilt. So it's not like hold right to go right. You're just tilting your goat to the right until he bounces. So you overshoot a lot if you don't if you don't like tilt yourself back towards neutral by tilting in the opposite way before your next bounce. You end up resetting. Oops. Or you end up overshooting because you bounce before you get a chance to return to neutral. Like, it all makes sense once you've got the controller in your hands, but it doesn't look the way you think it is. Like, the controls are very, like, steady and accurate. So, no complaints on how this controls. No. You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Not all the way back. Got a second chance. If I fall to the left, which it's taking me left now, then we're in trouble. let's go right. You know, to avoid that exact scenario. I think they need to work on the way the game spits you back out onto bounceable ground, so you don't end up caught in these loops like this. What's up? How you doing? It's really hard to actually get back up on the ground, so you keep bouncing right back off of it. I'm alright. Just playing a silly little goat game. I don't know if we're gonna do any more games before I get to Skyward Sword today, or if this is it. We played a very cute Metroidvania demo. What was that called? Moonlight Pulse? I liked that one. I ended up wishlisting that one. And then I knew I was going to like Penny's Big Breakaway. I played the demo of that. And that was already on my wish list. Yeah, we'll either do... It's either Buckshot Roulette and then Skyward Sword, or just straight to Skyward Sword after this. Probably depends on how long I end up going on this. If I start getting like some good momentum, maybe I'll beat it. I don't know. Really difficult to do a small bounce on the mushrooms. That was weird. Come on. This would have been an interesting game to race for the first playthrough, because, you know, it's like so much of anything can happen kind of energy. That said, if neither one of us finished, I don't know how we would have determined like who got farther, since they're branching paths. Just doesn't give you enough time to reset to neutral so you don't overshoot. You kind of gotta get lucky with your arc there. Kind of take it unreasonably slow even. Ah. Yeah, I don't know how much Skyward Sword I'll do. Probably just till I get hungry, honestly. Oh, come on, get off the... That's probably the worst part of this game, is how you get stuck in a loop once you slide back down onto a rock. Because it doesn't spit you back onto the rock far enough to get your initial bounce going again. Pretty much. No weird man in a cauldron with a hammer. Just a goat on a bouncy ball. You know what? Maybe I'll just go this way. That way, if I fall, I end up here. Okay. I don't know why that happened. I didn't press any volume buttons. And now we're falling. Surprise, I was watching a YouTube video about Joe Rogan being a moron before I started stream today. Now everyone knows my secret. That whole thing with the Spotify controversy really annoyed me. Oh, for some reason my volume, like my media keys activated, and it showed that I was watching a YouTube video about Joe Rogan, like being really, really stupid recently, which is not a surprise. He's not smart. And I was just joking about it being a secret. But the thing that got me about the whole Spotify Joe Rogan thing, it's like, we're not responsible for what Joe Rogan says. It's like, you have given him millions of dollars to keep saying what he's saying. Aside from Joe Rogan himself, you are the most responsible party for what he says. It's like, it's one thing to, like, say we're not going to stop giving him money and we're not going to get rid of his podcast because we like money and he brings in money. It's one thing to say that. It's another thing to be like, oh, we're not responsible for Joe Rogan. It's like, Spotify. Yes, you are. You're not the only responsible party for the nonsense he's spreading, but you are a responsible party. Yeah, I'm not subscribed on YouTube to Hasanabi, but YouTube keeps giving me his videos and I keep clicking on them, so I guess I might as well be at this point. I wonder what kind of damage to your algorithm, your personalized algorithm, subscribing to someone does versus just clicking on their videos the normal way when they're just shown to you. Ugh, got under the other mushroom. Just I don't want my YouTube algorithm to be all political stuff. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Stop. Stop. Sometimes I would just... Oh, crud! I didn't watch the Monster Hunter weapon demo today. It's the longsword today. I gotta check that out. Just realized. A slew of Metroid videos. Nice. Yeah, I have mixed news about Metroid on my stream coming up. I found my copy of Metroid Prime 3. I did not, however, find my copy of Metroid Prime Trilogy. So unfortunately, I'll be playing the GameCube versions of 1 and 2. And depending on the quality, on the video quality, I might just get a Bluetooth adapter and play 3 on the on my PC as well, and just emulate it. But I need a Bluetooth adapter to use the Wii remote. Yeah, it just works now. I don't know what happened. I have to squeeze the batteries into place really hard, and then it works. So whatever was loose can just be like squeezed back together, and then I can shake it as much as I want, and it doesn't pop loose again. It's very strange. I think it's just something like when I take the batteries out, something's popping loose. And squeezing the batteries back in place is kind of putting them back in place.
The Heartless obey me now,
Oh,
Sora.
right. Oh, shiny Klefki. Nice. What's up? How'd your Pokemon go? Wait. How did your Pokemon stream go? Pokemon Go is a different thing. I'm covering the raid message right now because I had to move my camera last minute. And I forgot to put it back. But I appreciate you. Yes, Goat. We're playing a Bennett Foddy getting over it-esque game because I'm just playing Steam demos and free games and stuff right now. How is everyone? Hope you all enjoyed Shiny's stream, Shiny Klefki. He seemed to know more about Pokemon Coliseum than I did going into it, so I'm sure he did fine. I had not played that game except a little bit in my childhood. Ah, you didn't fight Mirror Bee yet. Mirror Bee? Ah! Oh. Yeah, we played a few games this stream. One that I highly recommend from today's stream is a demo I played for a game called Moonlight Pulse. It's a Metroidvania where you swap between multiple characters. We only got 2 in the demo, but it felt like we were gonna get a 3rd one. But it's like, it's got this really adorable art for the, like, character portraits when they're talking. I would kill Myra B. I wish I could command my shadow Pokemon to attack trainers. You're outnumbered, Primordium. Give up on Myra B or perish. I knew that was coming. I didn't reset to neutral fast enough. Seems like it's going to be a theme in this game. If you don't tilt back to neutral, you just overshoot. Ah, no! The theme. The dancing ducks. As if that's not part of the problem. That theme would have been fine if I didn't have to listen to it so much. I think for this game in particular, my chat might actually be too far away from the gameplay. It's really hard to do both. Since I can't stop moving, I can't just like, I'd have to pause to read chat if I wanted to stop. I did it. I did that jump. Okay, this pallet path is a little easier if I can get up and not do that. Mostly not do that. Aw. Well, down we go again. But yeah, check out, everyone check out Moonlight Pulse on Steam. It only had, when I was selecting the category on Twitch, it only had 7 followers, and it deserves more than that. I'm probably going to pick it up if it goes on sale. It's only $12. Go wishlist it, that helps Steam games get noticed. I think it ended up in my queue, and that's how I heard about it. The character art is adorable. Oop. Like the gameplay, in gameplay it's sprites, like pixel art, but when they're talking to each other, you get these really cute hand-drawn portraits of them. and it's really interesting. The world they live on is like a giant turtle, and your first main character you start at, his job is to kill parasites that are trying to suck on the turtle. Yeah, I only played the demo, obviously, but it seems like it's going to be really good. I will probably pick it up at some point. Hey, you know, we were just talking about Metroid, so it's a Metroidvania itself, so definitely worth a look. Oh no. Curse you, I'm stuck feature. No! Stupid mushrooms too close. I just need to go back to doing the path I was doing before where I went right there. It seems like left is faster, but right is safer because you can fall onto those rocks halfway up the river. Yeah. But yeah, some of the it was a little odd. Some of the characters are anthropomorphic animals, and some of them are just like animals that talk. They're just sort of all jumbled together. But they're all very cute regardless, so. Slow down, slow down. It's true. It's a little weird looking, but it's a cute game, so. Also, the gameplay's good and harder than it looks. That first boss in the demo kind of threw me for a loop when he was like actually killing me. See, I actually wish more worlds with anthropomorphic animals would do that. By the same logic of like evolution deniers being like, oh yeah, well we evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys? It's like, shouldn't there still be cats in anthropomorphic catland? This isn't how evolution works. Ah. Let's go bouncing! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. And you never see it, except as a joke. Well, not even in not even in the example I was about to say. Like, in BoJack Horseman, where they, like, still eat meat, and it's weird. And there's a whole episode about chickens, and that's super weird. It's like, can't there just be normal chickens? And also anthropomorphic chickens? But it would be even weirder if some of the characters were anthropomorphic, and then some of them were just talking animals, and then there are also on top of that normal animals. Then it starts to get weird. Speaking of which, did you know in the Elder Scrolls universe, not all Khajiit are actually anthropomorphic? There's actually it's actually like a spectrum. You only see anthropomorphic Khajiit in the gameplay, but it's actually more of a spectrum than that. They range all the way to looking like normal cats. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't think like Skyrim. Don't go further back. We're doing fine. We're learning. I don't want to go further back. No. concentrate for a second, then I'll get back to my point. Wasn't one of them king at one point? I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that one necessarily. But the thing about the Elder Scrolls is how interesting the lore is never explored in the actual games. Maybe because it's too weird for mainstream, honestly. Like that, the fact that Khajiit can just be like cats that are just cats is kind of weird and jarring. But honestly, Skyrim feels like Skyrim, because, and I keep saying Skyrim because it's the only Elder Scrolls that's come out in the last 13 years, not counting the MMO. It just feels like such a generic fantasy now, because other companies have been letting their weirdness out in their fantasy settings since then a little bit more frequently. So I think it's about time the Elder Scrolls did the same. And like actually get into some of that super weird lore that they've got hiding away. What do you mean I'm not stuck? I think it might be time to switch to Skyward Sword, guys. Let's get freaky with Elder Scrolls 6. Don't say it that way. Guys, I think it's time for Skyward Sword. Alright, so I'm going to take a break. And we're going to switch games. I'll be right back.